Hello and welcome to my channel, your go-to source for the latest in WWE 24. Don't forget to follow and subscribe for all the updates. Let's dive right in.
Roman Reigns had a heartfelt interaction with a young fan. He also shared a nice message for the fan. Reigns is one of the biggest stars in the world of professional wrestling. He has gained a massive fan following over the years. Given that Reigns' appearances are treated as box office, he always gets a huge pop when he shows up. While he puts on the tough persona of someone who doesn't care about anyone else but himself, that doesn't seem to be the case. The OTC recently granted a wish for a young fan named Javion. The former WWE champion even went the extra mile and posted the pictures of his interaction with the young fan on Instagram with a heartfelt message. This was out of character for Reigns. "It was a pleasure meeting you and your family, Javion. Keep pushing and keep inspiring others. I can't wait to see your growth and what you do in the future." Trick Williams wants to face Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is one of the most sought-after stars on the WWE roster. Therefore, there are a lot of people who want his spot. There are also a lot of stars who want to face the OTC to find out who is the best. One of those stars is Trick Williams. During an interview with ESPN's The 3 Count, Trick Williams was asked to name his dream opponent. He first chose Booker T, but since that match can't happen, he chose Reigns. "I would love to get in the ring with Booker T, but in the event that day has passed, I want to lock up with Roman Reigns, the big dog, the tribal chief. He said he's the greatest, so let's find out," Williams said. If Trick Williams keeps improving in the ring, then this match won't be too far away. For years, the world has known Roman Reigns as the tribal chief, a dominant, calculating force who rarely shows vulnerability inside or outside the ring. His presence alone commands respect, fear, and unwavering loyalty. But on one unforgettable night, something extraordinary happened, something that reminded everyone that behind the character is a man with a deeply human heart. It wasn't a WrestleMania main event. It wasn't a championship defense. It wasn't even part of a storyline. It was real. The unexpected moment, the arena was electric, buzzing with anticipation as Reigns stood tall in the ring, flanked by the echoes of his iconic entrance music still lingering in the air. Fans were ready for another intense promo, expecting the usual cold, calculated words that reinforced his dominance. But then, something shifted. Reigns paused. His expression softened, just slightly, but enough for longtime fans to notice something was different. The crowd grew quieter, sensing that this wasn't part of the script. "I know you all see me as the tribal chief," he began, his voice slower, more reflective than usual. "But tonight, I want to talk to you as Joe." The mention of his real name, Joe Anoa'i, immediately sent a ripple through the audience. This wasn't Roman Reigns the character. This was the man behind the persona. A story that changed everything. Reigns looked toward the front row, where a young fan sat holding a handmade sign that read, "Roman, you helped me fight cancer." The camera zoomed in, revealing a boy, no older than 10, wearing a WWE Championship replica belt and a brave smile. The crowd's energy shifted instantly, turning from excitement to heartfelt emotion. Reigns took a deep breath. "When I was diagnosed with leukemia, I didn't know what my future looked like," he said, his voice steady but filled with emotion. "I was scared. I was angry. And there were days I didn't know if I could keep fighting." The arena fell completely silent. "But then I started hearing stories about people like you," he continued, pointing gently toward the young fan. "Kids who were fighting even harder battles than me. Kids who didn't have a platform, who didn't have millions of people cheering for them, but they kept going anyway." Breaking the character completely for perhaps the first time in years, Roman Reigns dropped every ounce of his on-screen persona. No arrogance. No dominance. Just honesty. "You inspired me," he said directly to the boy. "You reminded me what it means to be strong." The young fan's eyes welled up with tears, and the crowd followed suit. Many fans could be seen wiping their faces, overcome with emotion at the raw sincerity of the moment. Reigns stepped closer to the ropes, his voice cracking slightly. "I may stand here as a champion, but you're the real warrior." The crowd reacts. What followed wasn't the usual mix of cheers and boos that often accompanies Reigns. This was different. The entire arena rose to its feet. A thunderous chant erupted, not of tribal chief or "acknowledge me," but something far more powerful: "Thank you, Roman." It was a rare moment of unity in the WWE universe, where fans of all opinions came together to appreciate something bigger than wrestling. A gesture that said everything. Reigns didn't stop at words. He exited the ring, something he rarely does during promos, and walked directly to the young fan. Security and cameras scrambled to keep up, but for that moment, none of it mattered. He knelt down, removed his championship belt, and gently placed it over the boy's shoulder. "This belongs to you tonight," he said softly. The boy's reaction was pure, unfiltered joy. His smile lit up the entire arena, creating a moment that no storyline could ever replicate. The message that resonated worldwide. Clips of the interaction spread like wildfire across social media within minutes. Fans, celebrities, and even fellow wrestlers praised Reigns for showing a side of himself rarely seen. But it wasn't just the act, it was the message behind it. Reigns later added, still speaking as himself, "Wrestling is what I do, but inspiring people, connecting with people, that's who I am. If my story can help even one person keep fighting, then everything I've been through means something. More than a superstar." Moments like these redefine what it means to be a superstar. For all the titles, accolades, and main events, it's the human connection that leaves the deepest impact. Roman Reigns didn't just break character that night. He broke barriers. He reminded the world that strength isn't just about power or dominance, it's about resilience, compassion, and the ability to lift others up even when you've faced your own battles. A legacy beyond the ring. Long after the lights dimmed and the show ended, that moment remained etched in the hearts of everyone who witnessed it. Because in a world built on scripted rivalries and larger-than-life personas, authenticity stands out. And on that night, Roman Reigns gave fans something they'll never forget, not as the tribal chief, but as Joe, a fighter, a survivor, and an inspiration.